Welcome to this Tokyo Off-Road special. I'm Mark, your host, and I'll be sharing with you my top 5 dirt bike performance mods. Coming in at number 5 is throttle tuning. You can see here I've made this precision scale, and I've put a marker on the throttle tube, and I can monitor the throttle position. And right now the throttle is set up in the factory setting, and you can see when I fully open the throttle it only turns to 10. So next I'm going to tune the throttle position, and it's pretty easy to do, and it's surprising not many people do this mod, but you just loosen off the throttle tube and rotate it, and simple as that. And now you can see when I open the throttle fully, it goes up to 11. So you'll really notice this mod on a big hill climb. Normally you'd have it pinned at 10, but with this mod you can open it that bit extra and go up to 11. Mod number 4 is fuel line laminar flow. Most fuel tanks are connected to either carburetor or on fuel injection throttle body, and the flow inside the fuel line can be very turbulent. This mod is changing the flow and creating laminar flow for huge improvement in performance. To create the laminar flow in the fuel line, you'll need a particle accelerator. They're not widely available. I picked this low power, high performance model up on wish.com, and it's been working very well, so I recommend getting something similar. And then you'll need a piece of fuel line about double the length of the normal fuel line. And here you can see the laminar flow fuel line, and I've done 2 loops around the particle accelerator. And if that's too much for you, I recommend taking one of the loops off and retesting. And here's the laminar flow fuel line installed and ready to rip. And coming in at number 3 on the performance modifications is Sprocket Mods. Most KTM and Husqvarna off-road models come with 14 and 13 tooth front sprockets, but typically the 14 tooth front sprocket is too large for off-road use. And I thought this is a bit of a waste, so I came up with the idea of modifying the 14 tooth sprocket into a 13 or 12 tooth. So this is the 14 tooth sprocket I'm going to be modifying, and I'm going to convert it into a 12 tooth sprocket. So I need to remove 2 teeth, and I'm going to mark out which teeth I'm going to remove. So this one, and I'm going to go around 180 degrees and remove the tooth opposite it. So this way it's balanced, and it should work very well. So here's the modified sprocket. I've removed these 2 teeth, and I know what you're going to say: genius. And coming in at number 2 on the performance modifications is power band replacement or adjustment. So a lot of people complain about their power bands, but often do nothing about it, and it's actually pretty easy to check and replace. So I'm going to show you my power band, and it's fairly easy to uninstall, and the KTM ones are always orange, and I'm going to show you on the bench so you can see it a little more clearly. Okay, so here you can see my power band on the bench, and the KTM spec for the 2-stroke models is between 100 and 105 centimeters. So the first thing you want to do is measure the length. So I can see there I'm measuring 103, so I'm right in the middle of the spec. So this one's fine, and I can continue to use it. But if yours was significantly longer than the spec, you'd want to look at replacing it. There is a workaround you can do, a modification. If you're out riding and find your power band has stretched, you can just simply, in the middle, tie a knot like this, and pull it nice and tight, and that will shorten it up, and you'll find the power band is much tighter then, and more snappy. And coming in at number 1 on the Tokyo Off-Road Performance Mods is a tube to mousse conversion. So you probably know most of the racing pros, they use mousses in their tires, and they're great because they never puncture, but they can be expensive. So this mod is to convert a regular tube into a mousse. And then for the mod, you just need your tube, could be a front or rear tube, and then you need your mousse dessert mix. I've chosen a yummy strawberry one, but it could be any flavor you like. And I've got some milk and a funnel to pour the dessert mix and the milk into the tube. And because you need to let it set overnight, I went ahead and I prepared one yesterday, and it's been in the fridge for about 12 hours now, and it's set beautifully. The pressure is equivalent to about 12 or 13 psi. So this is ready for installation now, and when you install it, be sure to apply plenty of lubrication. You can use the mousse loop, but that's quite expensive. So I prefer to use bacon fat, and that has the advantage of balancing out the sweetness of the dessert mix. So I highly recommend using bacon fat. So I hope you enjoyed watching this special Tokyo Off-Road Performance Mod video. Thanks for watching.